It's finally the day of our family vacation. We're leaving you at home, okay? You don't count as real family. You're my stepmother. Why don't you stay at home and clean for us? If you want to stay out of trouble, then behave.
A family vacation? You're having one today? This is the first time I'm hearing about this. Why didn't any of you tell me? Have you and Dan been planning this for a while now?
Of course we have. We've been at it pretty long, maybe several months before. We've got everything ready, and it's finally time. You don't mind me not telling you about this, right? I mean, you're an outsider to us. There's no need to invite you to a family trip.
Ella, I already told you that you don't have to call me your mother. I'm your stepmother, so you're not obligated to. But that doesn't mean you have to be mean to me. You're taking it a bit too far, don't you think?
I'm not taking it too far, because you aren't my real mom. My real mom is nothing like you. She's more amazing than you could ever be.
I see that you really love your mother, don't you, Ella? Who wouldn't? I felt the same way for my mother when I was as young as you. I understand your strong feelings for her, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to treat me badly, does it? Besides, me being your stepmother doesn't harm your mother in any way. It shouldn't. Think about it. Your mother left you and Dan at her own will. She chose to leave and she won't be back. I had nothing to do with it.
No, you're wrong. Mom had an urgent reason to leave us. It had to be an emergency. She wouldn't leave us for any other reason. She couldn't have. Don't pretend like you know anything about our situation, because you don't.
Okay. I'm sorry. I won't say anything else about your mother, all right? I understand that this is a sensitive topic for you. But Ella, you're already 16 years old. You're a teenager, and in a couple of years, you're going to be an adult. Considering how old you're getting, I don't think you have to act so childishly towards me, do you?
Don't call me a child. There's nothing immature about the way I'm acting right now. It's all justifiable because you're always acting out of line. See, you're doing it right now. You're acting so arrogant towards me when you're not even my real mom. You're nothing but a stranger to me.
I guess you don't understand not to mistreat me yet, so no matter what I say to you. If that's the case, I guess I have no option but to take action to fix this. Then maybe you'll finally understand.
Obviously. Try whatever you want to, but I'll never believe a word you say. Why would I listen to a woman who's not my real mom? You're a stranger to me. All you need to do is shut up, stay at home, and clean. Tidy up the house for us like you always do.
Fine. I'll clean the house up if that's what you really want.
If the house isn't completely spotless by the time we're home, I'm going to kick you out of there. The only reason you're allowed to live there is because of Dad. Without him, you'd be homeless by now. You should be more grateful.
Of course, leave all the cleaning to me. I'll make sure the house is super clean. There won't be one blemish left.
I hope you mean it. When I get home, I'll be checking every spot.
Hey, Amy. You're not going to say anything to me? I'm surprised. You heard that we're having a family trip without you, right? Ella told me she let you know just a while ago. I was bracing myself for some furious text messages from you, but nothing so far. I'm surprised.
You're right. I'm furious at you, but there's not much need for me to talk to you anymore. We've talked about this so many times now, and you haven't done anything. So I'm finally doing something about this. After all these years of mistreatment and lies, I'm sick of the situation that you put me in.
Huh? What exactly do you mean by that?
Well, I guess that's going to be a surprise for you. You'll find out eventually. More importantly, why haven't you told Ella the truth yet? How long have you been keeping it from her? She deserves to know.
The truth? What do you mean?
Quit pretending like you don't know what I'm talking about. The truth about Ella's biological mother. Why Heather left her. It's worrying to see her always longing for her mother to come back. She should be able to finally accept that Heather's not coming back and move on.
It's worrying? Really? You shouldn't think she has no reason to act like this, you know? Her reaction is completely normal. Ella loved her mother more than anybody else. She looked up to her so much. It would be even more worrying to tell her the truth about Heather, wouldn't it? I'm sure it'd break her heart.
I understand where you're coming from, Dan. It really would be heartbreaking for her. But she's bound to find out someday, even if that happens to be years from now. It's impossible to keep the truth hidden away from her forever.
Well, I don't deny that.
You know, this is the reason she always mistreats me in the first place. If you tell her the truth, I guarantee you that she'll begin to treat me like a human being. What do you think about that, huh?
I'm doing everything I can, Amy. I swear. I always warn her to treat you with more respect and kindness, but she never listens to me.
You're such a liar. You're only encouraging her inappropriate behavior. If this weren't the case, then you wouldn't leave me home alone to go on a family trip with Ella. Quit pretending like you aren't a part of this, because you are.
But I had no choice. Ella's in shock that her mother left her, so I only did what's best for her.
Keep in mind that this happened 5 years ago. I understand that she's hurt, but you can't keep using that as an excuse to let her mistreat me.
It did happen 5 years ago, and so what? It doesn't matter how long ago it was. You shouldn't blame Emma for still being hurt about it. No matter how many years go by since Heather left her, there are wounds that just can't be healed.
What about how you guys are hurting me at this moment? Isn't that also important to our family? What if these wounds you caused me can't be healed either?
Well, you left me with no other choice. To heal the hurt in Ella's heart, we need to create a common enemy. It's the only way.
You see me as a common enemy? Why are you using me like this? You're making me into a bad person and hating on me just to stay closer to Ella.
Trust me, Amy. I'm going through a lot too. I have to do so many things for Ella to keep her feeling safe and happy.
You're going through a lot? Well, you don't have to lie to her in the first place. If you just had the courage to tell her the truth, this would all be so much easier for us. Even though you're a father, you're constantly running away from confronting your daughter with the truth.
I've told you already. I have no other choice.
And that's not all. You're also running away from facing me and talking to me honestly, even though I'm your wife. You've utterly failed and let your entire family down. You're a pathetic excuse for a father and a husband.
You said enough. You need to shut your mouth. I'm the best father and husband that you could possibly ask for. You're not being grateful enough for me. What Ella said was right. You're not our real family. You're only my wife. My second wife at that. You were never my first choice. My daughter's 100 times more important to me. Unlike you. You'll never matter to me as much as her.
Oh, you're the one who's mad at me now? It looks like I hit a nerve. You always act out when you're told the truth. You're so immature. We're getting nowhere with that conversation. I'll just leave you alone so you can enjoy your vacation to the fullest.
You should, before you get on my nerves even more. As Ella said, you better clean the house up nice and tidy. I won't tolerate you any longer for slacking off on your duties. This is the last straw, got it?
Okay. I'll clean everything up, just like you're telling me to. Will that finally make you happy?
Hey, Amy. We came back from our trip and, what have you done to our house? There's nothing here. Our furniture and our belongings, everything's gone. Disappeared.
Huh? Oh, I thought you'd be happy I did that. You said to clean everything up, didn't you? I was just obeying your request.
How did you have the audacity to call me a child when you're acting like this? Do you really think you can get away with this? You know what I meant by cleaning up the house. Quit acting so stupid. I told you to tidy up, not tidy up everything and clear our belongings out of the house.
Oh, so that's what you meant when you said that. I guess there's a slight misunderstanding because I really tried to do as you told me. Wow, I can't believe it. The English language really is confusing at times, right? It can mislead people so easily.
No, don't blame this on me. This is all your fault. Did you get dropped in your head when you were a baby? You're absolutely crazy. It'd be acceptable if you cleared out only your belongings. But you had to clear out ours too. That's not your property. I'm going to make you compensate for our belongings, okay? I'll charge you as much as I can.
Fine, but let me clear something up first. I didn't throw everything away, so don't worry about losing any of your belongings. I rented a storage room and left everything in there. I'll give you the keys to it later.
What? You went through the trouble of doing all of that? Then why did you clear out our house if you had saved all of our things? What's the point of all this?
Because if our house is full of belongings, the next owners won't be able to live in it.
What?
You heard me right. Our house is on sale now. The new owner hasn't been decided yet, but it's going to be an open house and people looking to buy it will be checking it out. In fact, so many have already scheduled their appointments to come here. So, can you two leave as soon as you can? I don't want you guys to bother the potential homeowners that'll be coming by. The open house begins tomorrow.
What are you even talking about? Don't you dare kick us out! This is our house! Wait, what do you mean you put our house on the market?
Am I not saying this clear enough for you? That house is going to be sold to somebody else. We're not the owners of this house anymore, so you need to hurry up and get out of here.
What are you doing? This is so unnecessary. I just wanted to go home after a long trip and be able to relax. What right do you even have to do something like this so suddenly?
I have the right to do what I did because I'm the owner of that house. It's registered under my name. I can sell it. I can do absolutely anything I want to it. I'm free to do so.
Huh? That house is registered under your name. Do you seriously think I'm going to believe what you just told me? You're such a fraud.
I'm not a fraud at all. That house belongs to me. I've owned it for years now. Before that, my parents used to live here for decades. Ella, I was raised there. I received the house in my name after my parents moved away to another city.
Lies! This house belongs to my mom and dad. They chose to begin living here, not you. There's no way I'll believe these lies that spew out of your mouth.
That's what Dan told you?
Of course it is. He's never told me that this house belongs to your name, so there's no other possibility but you being a fraud.
Well, if the house isn't registered under my name and Dan really owns the house, then how would I be able to put it up for sale? Even more so, how would I have sold it without Dan's permission?
That's because... Oh, I got it. It's because you only pretended to put it up for sale. That must be a lie too. You set all this up. You're just bluffing to shock Dad and I. You wanted to make it look like you sold our house, so you cleared everything out. Yep, I see what you did here. And I was so shocked. You really tricked us, Amy, and you won the battle. There, does that satisfy you?
Ah, there seems to be no point in explaining this to you anymore, Ella. You aren't trying to understand. Is your dad close by? What is he doing right now? Does he seem off?
Well, Dad went into the house once, and there was a shocked look on his face when he saw that everything was gone. Right now, he's in the car looking bewildered.
Oh my gosh. The truth is right in front of you, Ella. Just look at the way he's reacting and put two and two together. This isn't a fraud. No matter how you look at it, he's stunned and devastated at the same time. He wouldn't be acting like this if I was only pretending to sell the house.
No, he's not. I bet the fatigue from the vacation is just catching up to him. We did so much and it was a long flight after all. Plus, I could never believe that you're the owner of our house. If that were true, that means Dad was lying to me for all these years. He'd never do that to me. I trust him with all my heart.
You really do love your father, don't you? What a mess you're in, even though you're still an innocent child. I know that you're a good person deep down, so I wonder why you're so vicious to me. It's truly strange.
Don't you know why? It's because you always behave like you're in charge of my family, when it should really be my mother. I don't like you for that reason. There's no way I can accept your authority just because my mom is gone right now. It's the fact that you're not even related to me, but you're so overbearing.
Oh, so ultimately that's the reason you always mistreat me. I have to say that I saw this coming. I'm not surprised at all. Well, it's time for me to talk to your father now. I'll talk to you later, Ella.
Oh, sure. Do whatever you want. I don't even care anymore. Dad's grimacing right now, so I don't think he'd want to talk to you anyway.
Why do you think his grimace isn't strange at all? Don't you think he's grimacing because I sold the house? I hope you figure that out eventually. Hey, sorry to talk to you while you're still in a daze. I heard from Ella that you still had a grimace on your face, but I need to speak to you about something important. Are you okay to talk right now?
Huh? There's no way I could be okay with what you've done to our house. What have you done, Amy? I get that you were going through some conflicts with Ella, but this crosses the line. You've done too much.
But you told me to clean the house up and not leave one blemish.
Are you serious? I had enough of your excuses. All of your antics are so childish. You need to think more seriously about what's going to happen. Can't you see what you've done? Elle and I can't live in a house anymore, and we can't access any of our belongings. This means we're practically homeless. I can't believe you could get rid of our house and not think anything of it. Why did you think this was a good idea?
I could say the same thing to you. I can't believe you can make me out to be the villain when I didn't do anything wrong. This whole time you turned Ella against me. Plus, you lied to her about how you were the owner of this house when it actually belongs to me. She deserves an apology for that.
No. That must be Ella's mistake. I wouldn't have lied to her about that. I never told her anything about our house being registered under my name. You must have misunderstood something.
Ella doesn't believe the things I say to her because she wholly believes that everything you say is true. She trusts you the most. She believes every word that comes out of your mouth, and you're still going to blame her for this? All to protect your ego? This is unacceptable.
No. I didn't mean it's her fault. I was never blaming her. I just mean... Fine. I'll admit that I lied to you. You're right. I told Ella that our house is registered under my name and not yours. For that, I was in the wrong. My apologies.
That means you were deceiving not only me, but also your daughter. You tricked your entire family. Gosh, you're so prideful that you're losing sight of what's really important here.
Just shut up already. What are you trying to say here? Quit insulting me and get to the point. You got your revenge, didn't you? Why can't you just leave me alone? Besides, aren't you going to divorce me anyways? What more do you want from me?
Of course I'm going to divorce you, Dan. I've given you so many chances, and you still didn't fix our situation with Ella. But I'm not going to leave both of you. I still care about Ella, and she needs my help. Especially because she still trusts a chronic liar like you.
Huh? I thought you didn't like Ella.
You thought I didn't like her? Dan, for the past several years, all I've been trying to do is become a mother to her. I've tried so hard. This hasn't changed ever since I got married to you. I care about her dearly, and I'm worried about her if she's stuck with a manipulator like you.
Oh, really? So you're saying that you sold the house that she lived in because you care about her? That's ridiculous.
You'll see how this turns out. I'm doing this my way, and I don't care if you don't think I have good intentions for her, because I do. Ella loves you so much, and she's so attached to you. You're her father. If you don't straighten up as soon as you can, what's going to happen to her? I just know you'll be a terrible influence.
How many times do I have to tell you? Stay out of this. It's none of your concern. Maybe the reason Ella hates you so much is because you stick your nose into our business, even though you're an outsider to this family.
Joke all you want, Dan, but you should think about this more seriously, about what you've done. You're forgetting your responsibilities as a father, and you try to get away with it by blaming it on your first wife. Yes, she was awful. She forced her unpaid debt on you by running off and created so many more problems for this family. But it's not an excuse anymore.
I'll ask you this again. What do you know about our past? Huh? About everything that's happened to this family? This has nothing to do with you, so back off. You're irrelevant to all that's happened to Ella and I.
Oh, you're really saying this has nothing to do with me? I'm involved in this just as much as you are. I was the one who helped pay off so much of Heather's debt.
Well, that's true, but you weren't there to experience Heather walking out on us.
I wasn't there, but I bore most of the consequences for it. I gave you my house, and I worked every day, all while doing house chores at the same time. I gave everything I could for this family, but when I get home every day, I'm treated like a parasite. On top of that, I gave up my income to get rid of our debt, all so you and Ella could live a happy life. Yet you aren't giving me the happiness I deserve. You really have the nerve to tell me to stay out of this when I've been doing everything to try and fix the situation? You can't be serious, Dan.
I'm sorry, you're right, and I was wrong. I didn't see how much you sacrificed for our family. I took it for granted. Amy, you've really helped us for these past years of our marriage. Thank you.
This isn't over yet, Dan. Don't think you can just thank me and leave all of this behind. And what do you think about slandering me in front of Ella? This isn't good for me, nor is it good for our daughter. I know she has a good soul, but you have a bad effect on her. As a parent, don't you think you have the responsibility to lead Ella down the right path?
I guess I do.
Also, make sure to pay off your debt by yourself from now on. And don't forget, okay? Every last penny is now your responsibility, not mine.
What? I'm in charge of the debt now? Isn't that a bit harsh?
No, it's not harsh at all, because I'll pay for Ella's child support. That's fair, right? It would be wrong of me to let her live in an impoverished life just because I'm divorcing her father. I still want the best for her. She's my stepdaughter.
I understand. Thanks, Amy. I'm sorry for hurting you all these years. I really am. It's just, I've always thought myself to be the victim in this family. I didn't realize what I was doing to you because of that mindset.
You're not wrong, Dan. You are a victim. I mean, your wife left you with nothing but her debt and ran away during the night. You trusted her with all your heart, and she betrayed you in the end. I can't imagine the pain you went through.
Yeah, that's why I thought all of this was inevitable. That nothing could be done about it. Ella mistreating you and you being hurt by it, everything. It was easy to think that this all happened because of Heather. If I pointed the finger to her, I wouldn't have to do anything to fix these problems. I also recognize how you were trying to have a proper relationship with Ella. Yet, I didn't do anything to try to make her like you. In fact, I did the opposite. All this time, I thought these problems were irrelevant to me, when they actually weren't.
I can see that you feel true remorse, Dan, but that's enough of that. I'm going to be okay. So please, just focus on Ella right now. Tell her the truth because she deserves to know.
Okay. I'll make sure to do that.
Dad, we should sue Amy for what she's done to us. She's out of her mind. Whatever her motives may be, this is unacceptable. I bet it's probably a crime too. Her taking over our house and stealing it without our permission. It isn't a joke. It's theft. The house isn't even under her name.
Ella, I need to tell you something. The truth. Amy's the owner of that house, not us.
What? What are you talking about? You told me that this house was given to you by your parents, Dad. Am I misunderstanding something?
Ella, you're not misunderstanding anything. I'm sorry, but that was a lie. Our house used to be owned by Amy's parents a long time ago. They passed it down to her when they moved out. When I told you a few years ago that we were going to move into a house owned by me, I was lying. It was owned by Amy all along.
You lied to me, Dad? Why would you do that?
I'm really sorry. I just wanted to be respected by you, Ella. I didn't want you to think I was a bum.
You wanted me to respect you? Dad, just because you don't own a house doesn't mean I would lose respect for you at all. I respect you for being a good father, not a wealthy one. Why do you think I would care about how rich you are?
I know that. But I wanted to show off to you. I wanted you to think that I was successful when I really wasn't. I'm so sorry, Ella.
I see. Now I understand everything. That's why that woman you married is so arrogant.
Huh? What do you mean?
She felt entitled to us because she knew we didn't own it. From her point of view, we weren't living with her. She was letting us live with her. I guarantee that if this were my real mother, she wouldn't expect us to do anything in return for living in her home. Amy's so awful.
Hey, Ella. The truth is, your mother, Heather, she left me with all her unpaid debt and ran off into the night. She left us because she didn't want to be financially burdened. She burdened us instead.
What?
Heather and I were both born into poor households. Even after we were married, we were living impoverished lives. Out of habit or out of luck, I'm not sure. Point being, she got sick of her lifestyle because she's already lived through poverty for years. So, one day she said she was going to work at a nightclub. Instead of working at a stable 9-to-5, she figured she'd make more money by working as a hostess. I disagreed with her and tried to convince her to keep her current job, but she already made up her mind and refused. Besides, I honestly thought it would be okay if she managed to make some extra money for us. That's how tight our budget was.
What happened then?
Well, Heather went into the nightlife, and one day, she never came back home. She became addicted to her new lifestyle. I've heard rumors about her since, that she became addicted to the men in clubs or the gambling in casinos. A lot of them, but I don't know which ones are true. They could all be false for what I know. The only thing I know to be true is that she had over $300,000 worth of unpaid debt when she left us.
$300,000 worth of... What?
When I found out, she had already left by dawn. In fact, she left the entire city and I have no idea where she is now. We were still married, so her debt became my responsibility. At that time, I remember you were only 10 years old.
Is what you said, is all of it true?
Yeah, it's true, alright. Ever since then, I raised you by myself while simultaneously paying back my debt. Then I met Amy and I remarried to her. Amy helped me pay back the debt as well. We did it together. Without her help, I don't think we could have been able to come this far.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know about this at all. But this doesn't change the fact that Amy sold our house. What she did was still cruel, right?
Honestly, Ella, I understand how Amy was feeling and why she did what she did. If she didn't sell the house, there wasn't much else she could do to change our situation. That was the only way to get me to tell the truth to you, and she knew that.
Then why were we so mean to her? Just a while ago we left Amy alone to go on a family trip without her. That was so cruel of us.
I knew you didn't like Amy ever since she became my wife. It was obvious that you weren't fond of her, and I used that to my advantage. I wanted to strengthen my relationship with you, Ella, so I did as you wanted to. I really think what I did was pathetic. I should have tried harder to be supportive to both you and Amy. I'm so sorry.
What are you saying? You're not making any sense. Does this mean that I was tricked and lied to you by you and Mom? All these years?
Ella, listen to me. Could you please forgive me for this? It's all I want right now. Our relationship to go back to normal. From here on out, I'm never going to lie to you, okay? I swear I'll always tell you the truth from now on.
No! I won't forgive you. I can't. How do you expect me to believe you anymore? You've deceived me for years. I don't even want to live with you now. Don't come near me.
I completely understand. It's okay. I know you aren't able to forgive me so easily. But I want you to let me pay you back for this. I'd do anything if it means I can have your forgiveness, Ella.
I don't need anything from you, especially your compensation. All I'm thinking about is how sorry I am for treating Amy so harshly. I regret everything I've done to her.
I understand. I feel the same way towards her.
It's not the same. You know about all of this and you continue to hurt her. You did it on purpose. That's terrible of you. I'm never going to speak to you again.
Ella, please. Just give me a chance.
Hi, Amy. I wanted to apologize for how I've treated you these past years. I'm truly sorry. I heard everything about what happened from Dad, why Mom left, and how you helped this family with your debt. You sacrificed and worked so much for us, and all I've done for you is treat you viciously. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, Ella. You didn't have much of a choice. I know that your father was bad-mouthing me too. You guys did that together, but he was the one who started it. In those circumstances, it's natural for you to dislike me. I would be shocked if you didn't.
You have to know that my dad didn't say anything as malicious as me. I was so much worse than him. I said and did awful things to you. I'm really sorry. I don't know how to make up for this. If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
I have one request. If you want to make it up to me, treat people how you'd like to be treated, even if they're strangers to you.
What?
Just because they're strangers doesn't mean you should avoid them and shut them out. I want you to be kind to people that aren't your family or friends. If you do that, all my stress and pain that I went through during all these years, it'll be worth it.
I got it. Thank you so much. I'm going to try my best to be a kind-hearted person like you, Amy. Hey, I don't want to annoy you after all that I put you through, but if it's okay with you, can we be friends from now on?
Friends? Are you kidding me? Ella, I'm not going to be friends with you because we're already family. You're my daughter. Although Dan had begged Ella for her forgiveness, she wasn't able to do so. Even if he had no bad intentions, it was true that Dan had deceived and manipulated her for years. She couldn't live with him anymore, so she began living here with me. She quickly turned over a new leaf and is now an openly kind-hearted girl. The two of us are living happily together. I'm so grateful to be blessed with Ella. In the meantime, Dan and I finished filing our divorce papers. After years of being married to each other, we went our separate ways. Despite this, he hasn't changed his mind towards Ella, and he wants to live with her again. He messages his daughter almost every day to plead with her and reconcile their relationship. However, Ella isn't able to forgive him yet, so she ignores all his attempts at getting close to her. I don't blame her at all, because I can't forgive what Dan has done to us either. At least while Ella is ignoring him, I think I'll be doing the same. He doesn't deserve our attention and care just yet. Because the bond of family members runs deep, we can forgive each other for almost anything. Yet, this bond also makes betrayal by family painful and hard to forgive. I think Dan has finally realized how much his lies have hurt us deeply, and I hope he's able to grow from his mistakes.